So let me tell you a bit about me first before I begin with my actual story, right? I'm 31. I'm from Spain, and I'm a blind software developer. So excuse me. Like, I hope you can see me well. I don't know if the webcam is placed correctly. I hope so. So I'm fully blind. I work as a software development and accessibility consultant in Barcelona, and yeah, that's basically what I do. I make games, and I'm a radio enthusiast. I do have some personal projects which relate to online radio, which I will tell you about in a bit. But my first radio experience was in 2010, right? Because my cousin, he wanted to do sports on the radio, and he was like, "Why don't you open an online radio? You know how to work with the internet. Why don't you do this?" And I was like, "Ugh, I don't know. Uh, I don't know how. I don't even know how to start." But I did actually look into it. I found it a curious idea, so I started looking into how I could do it. So basically, what I had was a very, very, very basic setup. It was called Radio La Vila, right? Which means something like Radio Village or whatever. So I actually bought a domain, and it was very funny. Like, I had only Icecast, hooked up to nothing. It was only Icecast, and then it was some some PHP website. Okay, like, imagine that you're blind and you're making a website, right? You know HTML, you know PHP, and you're like, oh, great, I can do this, yeah. But then there is no CSS on the website because you cannot see the visual appearance of the site, right? So you have this plain ass website with no visual appeal at all, right? Only the stupid HTML and PHP, doing song requests and connecting to a database. We had this little chat thingy where people could talk to each other on the site. It was very fun. It was very nice. And yeah, I was obviously a total programming newbie. I didn't even study programming back then. So I just, pulled up a PHP and HTML. I wish I could show it to you guys, but I did lose my stuff. But anyway, we had a very interesting site back then. We had song requests. People could do something like, okay, my name is blah, 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 and song, I want this song. And then I would see it on a admin panel where I could see all the song requests that people have been doing and stuff. It was very nice. And we also did some prank calls. We did some random gameplays and stuff. And then I decided to use okay, that was the worst mistake of my life. Okay, I bought Centova Cast for 200 euros or something, I think it was, which worked half the time. It didn't use Liquidsoap back then, right? I mean, I heard that lately it uses Liquidsoap, but back then it used, I don't know what it used. It used some Icecast proprietary stuff, which tried to turn it into an auto DJ, but it didn't work half the time. It had a lot of bugs. And you had to install a lot of PHP dependencies and a lot of crap. So I don't know. Somehow I did make it work. I had an auto DJ for a while, but I was paying a lot of money for it. So yeah, like I said, now I know that they're using Liquidsoap, but I'm not using it anymore. And anyway, that went away. I killed my Centova Cast because it wasn't working for me, and I wasted all this money, right? But then I stopped doing online radio for a while, and I went into a hiatus for a couple of years. But then, not long ago, actually, I started again, right? Because I started making games, like making games for iOS and for mobile devices and computers. Accessible games that everyone can play and stuff. And it was very cool. I had a ton of time also because I didn't have a job, so I could make games. I could do my online radio stuff. So I decided to, I don't know, look around for something I could use, with which I could automate my life, right? My radio life. So I found Liquidsoap. I still don't remember how I found Liquidsoap, but I did find it. And And then, I made my site. I found a snippet out there which could use a playlist, and then could also set up some fallback for when I connected to the live stream on Icecast. And that's basically what I'm using. I added some radio announcements. I even posted an issue on GitHub not long ago. Maybe some of you saw it, but then I ended up doing the I think 12 or 24 different switch statements. I don't know. I guess that's the best way I found to do it. But anyway, that's what I ended up doing. I can show you my script if you want, no problem. But then, that's basically what I did. I have this cool online radio now, which I will share with you right now, actually. And that here is my website, and my stream is there. I don't know what is playing right now. I have this huge song list playing, but that's basically what I do. I've made some radio spots with my games and stuff. It's mostly in Spanish, but anyway, I just wanted to share with you guys my story and thank the Liquidsoap folks for developing this awesome software. And that's basically it. I'm looking at the chat right now because but please go ahead and ask me any questions you have, because I'm looking at the chat right now. I didn't look at it until now.
So thank you very much, Oriol. So is there any question or remark anyone would like to ask? It's really nice that people, because all this is about sound, and it's nice to see that blind people are actually able to use Liquidsoap and do sound only.
Yes, I'm very appreciative of that. I wanted to ask you something that I mentioned during my presentation. Is Discord a good platform for you to communicate with us?
I said it before on the chat. I think both Slack and Discord are okay. Because they are quite accessible. I use them all the time. I use Slack for work and Discord for gaming and such. So fine.
Great, thank you.
But I thought this was very interesting to share. I don't know how useful it was for you, because obviously there weren't any slides. I don't have any screenshots or anything from the old website, but it was very very, very basic, very plain. And it's been, thanks to Liquidsoap, I've been able to kind of evolve from a crappy website to something more, something better.
Advanced.
It was really nice of the testimony. Gilles?
Yes, I have a small question that is more out of curiosity for people who are blind. Like, do you have an accessible music library system?
Use Spotify.
All right, Spotify. Yeah. All right.
So, oh, you mean for the radio?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I download non-copyrighted music, or in some cases I do use Spotify, but only when I know that my listeners will not really care, but I just hook up. My setup is very interesting because I don't like any of the Windows broadcasting tools. Like maybe some of you have a recommendation, but I don't like Station Playlist. I don't like Radio Boss. So what I did was I join, I have Audio Hijack, which has Icecast support on the Mac. So when I want to stream Windows, I join both computers with a mixer, a mixer using RCA. And then, I just hook up the sound from Windows to the Mac and stream from there. But maybe some of you have a recommendation, because I don't like Radio Boss or any of those streaming programs on Windows.
Right. Well, I don't have much. I was just asking for it, because I have a situation where we find that the library browser, I'm all running on Linux, are not very easy to use for people with disabilities in general. And I was wondering, and it seems that you don't have an actual answer for that, so I keep looking.